Top of the morning, world. How are you guys doing? Let's turn the soundtrack down for now. Hope everyone's doing well, living well, blessed out here, staying COVID free, doing what you got to do to, provide for your families. Today I come with a topic that's, I am sure, I shot the whole shit out there in the room. I'm sure it's gonna ruffle some feathers. But we need some understanding. I had geared and prepared myself to talk about the topic pertaining to polygamy, but an interesting topic presented itself last night, and I feel like I want to bring it to you guys. And the topic is how men and women define friendship. Now, let me preface this by saying there are no hurt feelings behind this, because I know some people be looking at stuff and they swear whatever somebody's talking about, they're going through, like, no. So here's the topic. Homeboy Minds presented posed the question, do you guys have any female friends like you really kick it with, and if so, how do you distinguish between the friends and the friends that you want to be friends with and the ones trying to take it further with? And then, amongst the guys, it was like a general consensus that amongst the men, it's pretty clearly defined when we want you to be our friend, and when we try to take you to that category that's more than friends. It's pretty clear from a man's perspective and point of view and their delivery of their intentions. Whether I just want to be purely friends with you, or I want to try and, bump uglies with you, or be, take a step further. And the real question needs to be posed to the women, because we find that in more situations than not, it's the women that, will say, hey, this is my friend, and the whole time they know that this individual is trying to court them, trying to date them, trying to, put them in the category to get to know them a little better, trying to do something with them more than friends. But they won't clearly make that known to the young man or the individual. Morning. They won't make that clearly known to the individual, because it makes them lose access to a certain level of access to that individual. Because once you let a man know that is trying to date you, that you don't want to date them, that certain level of access gets drawn back. When I say access, I mean, what he's going to be doing for you, trying to, because when we're dating, we're trying to show you that, hey, we're worth, whatever we're worth. And whether that be, taking you on dates, buying you things, treating you here, even in the way that they treat you. Once you clearly make that known that, hey, I don't see you in that, I just want to be friends, that guy's not going to do all that no more. He's not going to be going out there to those lengths trying to court you and trying to date you. And I think that's what leads some women to, play those games. And it's funny to see them operate like that, because you know, once you've been through it once in your life, and every man has been through this situation I've described, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've not been, you know, trying to date someone. They put me in that friendship category, then, you know, they want to try and still get me to take them on dates, do all this other stuff, and I have to like quickly draw the line. Like, wait a minute, you don't see me like that, so why are we still trying? Why are you trying to get me to go do this, that, and the other with you? Oh, well, we just friends. Yeah, we friends. My homeboys, you know, those are my friends too, and we don't, you know, I don't have to spend money out the wazoo on them dudes. So yeah, let's just be friends, you know. But they don't want that type of situation, so a lot of times they will be coy. They'll be, you know, they'll finesse it. They won't outwardly say to the guy, well, I don't see you like that. You know, they'll kind of just be sheepish with them. Oh man, I'm tired. I don't know, I'm feeling. But the moment they need some, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay my light bill this month. I'm trying to figure out how I don't know. I always laughed when girls used to come at me with that type of situation. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay. Well, you're gonna have to figure that shit out, because I ain't got nothing for you. You know, but on the flip side, anybody that I'm actively dating, dealing with, you know, in the situation with, yeah, you ain't gotta figure out how you gonna pay that shit, because I'm gonna help you pay it. But to the ones that be on that fugaziness trying to finesse dudes, it'd be funny to watch, because they swear that they're unique with the game, when in reality, all y'all women been doing that same friendship shit for forever. Now the funniest part be once you try and, you know, see, I'm a guy that I believe in clear communication. I don't want to leave anything for misunderstanding. I don't want to have no type of, well, I thought this, I thought. So when you try and have those direct conversations with those individuals that are trying to finesse it, it gets real funny, because they get put in an awkward spot. And they, well, I'm not trying to, I don't, and it'd be funny. Because like I said, guys will clearly define that. You rarely hear a girl say, oh, he led me on, or he knew I was trying to date him, I felt this way about him, and he ain't. Like, a lot of times a guy will tell you what it is, and sometimes y'all don't want to accept that information. You know, I'm not talking about this situation, those situations where he told you and you don't want to accept it, and you think you're gonna change him with however you gonna change him. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a guy sitting up there finessing you, leading you on, just so he can get some money, some booty, some type of benefit. But it doesn't happen as much amongst the guys. Like, it's crazy. And we sat down and we had a whole conversation about it. And granted, I could be biased as a man, but why do so many men have so many similar experiences? You know, that tells me that it's not just me. It's not just that one time. It's not, you know, just the people I be around that this happens to, or has happened to, because it don't be happening now, boy. Because boy, man, my team, hell. It's crazy to hear that it goes on, and it's been going on for forever. I've seen it in my young years. I got some older cousins that, woo, Jesus. Man, I'm glad I grew up under them, because I seen them run dudes ragged. I seen them finesse dudes. Like, I seen them with my own two Jeepers Creepers here do all type of wild shit. I got a family member who I think she might have worked one job in her life, and she might be pushing 50 and live very, very comfortably. It's crazy to see that type of stuff go on. Like, and I know some of you women gonna be like, oh, we don't do that, we don't do that. Understand that you may not do that. You yourself may not do that. And I'm not talking to one individual person. I'm talking about a trend, it's something that happens more than a little bit. And with it happening more than a little bit, it should kind of alarm some of y'all to be like, yo, why is this a thing? You know. But I'll answer it for you. Here's why it's a thing. And I already told you, it's about the access. When you restrict that access to yourself, to your finances, to your peace of mind, they don't want that. And a lot of times, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of times, sometimes what you'll see with these types of young ladies is they're chasing after the wrong type of guys. The guys that, you know, I spoke about in another video, you know, run them rugged, borrow their car, bring it back, no gas, you know, throwing off their pH with their dirty, you know, whatnot. It's a million and 16 different things that I can say to describe these individuals, but those are the types of individuals that some of these young ladies, you know, they want to have in their life. So those guys, and it's generally, you know, the nicer guy that they, you know, finesse. The ones they hit with the, I'm trying to figure out how I'm on. And why y'all always be scratching in the, man, I'm trying to figure out, man, get your hand from back there. Put some lotion back there. You know, those are the guys they approach it. I'm trying to figure out how, da-da-da-da-da. And these guys are programmed to show their worth to these young ladies, because as men, you know, we gotta show our worth to show that we're worth something, because a woman is loved just unconditionally, a man is loved based off what he's worth. And we could debate that here and there to the high heavens, but I know some of you guys are gonna not like that statement I just made, but hey, whatever. It's been proven in action time and time again. You know, struggle love, and I'm gonna do a video about struggle love, because you don't see much struggle love out there. You know, you ain't gonna have too much of that. But a guy's love for what he's worth, and if he's not able to show her what he's worth, his chances of getting that young lady or that woman or that man, because it's 2021, I gotta, you know, pay respect to them folks too, or that individual. I'm saying that individual. They can't get that individual unless they show their worth. And I ain't gonna say they can't, but the chances of them getting that individual without showing their worth is slim. And it's crazy. It's freaking crazy, because those are the guys that are trying to show their worth and get finessed. And here's what's not talked about. Once that young man gets finessed enough, he gonna say, fuck it. And he is gonna be the most cold-blooded shit on earth. And what makes him dangerous is chances are he has a earning capacity. He has potential to really, you know, change a young lady's life. So now you got a dude that got a pocket full of money and don't give a fuck about love. Oh, that's a dangerous combination. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a dangerous combination. I know, because I had to reel myself back from that combination. It's a dangerous combination to have. A person that got bread and don't give a fuck about love. And my friends will tell you, I used to openly go around and say, fuck love, where the hoes at? But there's hope for those individuals, because that's not the way to be. You know, and my fuck love, where the hoes came, where the hoes at, I'll be quite honest and open about it. It came after my divorce. I didn't get ran through this shit. Once I got divorced, I was like, fuck love. I tried marriage. Good luck. But those individuals are dangerous because now they're using their money as a tool for love. Now, I fully agree with using your money as a tool, but not as a tool to get sex or women or do whatever you're trying to do out here in this world. You know, that's not the tool that money was created to be. You know, I guarantee you 90% of those guys that are, you know, running these chicks, running, paying bills and all that other stuff, and don't, you know, you can't get them to settle down to love you, it's because they've been finessed more times than they willing to admit by a young lady or a young man, because it's 2021, I forgot. You know, I gotta pay respects. They've been finessed by an individual more times than they can stand. And now they say, you know what? I'm taking the power back. I'm going to do the finessing now. I'm going to control the scenario. I'm going to paint the narrative. I'm going to write the narrative. Because they've tried it. And they don't want to go back to it. Now, I could be wrong. I could be tripping. Yes, I can. That's why I always tell you guys, you know, comment, like, share, you know, tell me if I'm tripping or not. But, surprisingly, my wild ass thoughts, y'all be agreeing with. It's a sad scenario situation that we are in the world, and it's partly why I'm gonna do another video talking about polygamy. But this topic that got dropped on me yesterday in the group chat just was too juicy to, you know, not bring it to you guys. But I encourage you guys to, you know, comment, tell me am I tripping or not, because I don't think I am. I've seen it enough times, you know, and I've even had girls attempt to try and finesse me. And the funniest thing, and this is why I stay away from the dating apps, because them shits, man, there's 50% chance you're gonna get a catfish, and a 40% chance you got somebody trying to sell pussy. And then that other 10%, that's a wild grab bag right there, boy. And in that grab bag, you got some young ladies that are just trying to get free dinners and free dates and all type of stuff. Like, it's crazy the amount of finessing that's going on in this world behind the dating scene. And I have no problem making things real awkward and call you out. And on the flip side, I have no problem really spending my life. I fuck up some money. Like, I almost bought some George yesterday, and instead I bought some bullets. I bought $300 worth of fucking ammo yesterday, just because. So I have no problem spending my money. What I do have a problem with is feeling like I'm being taken advantage of to spend my money. And a lot of guys have been in that situation, and that's what spurred the question, you know, how do men and women define friendship, and what are the differences? You know, men can clearly define a friendship. Most women, on the flip side, cannot clearly define a friendship. Now, I'm not saying that none can define a friendship, but in more cases, more scenarios than you would like to, oh, that creep ass police boy, he gonna try and catch somebody back there. Y'all ain't see that motherfucker back there? I'm always my peripherals. That's how I call them. But the more women than not will not try and clearly define that friendship, because once that friendship is clearly defined from her vantage point, you know, letting him know what her boundaries are, what her limits on this friendship are, you know, then the access get restricted. The level of the opportunity to finesse them or that individual is, you know, it's a little bit slimmer once they clearly define, you know, that friendship. And, you know, it happens to the gay women as well. You know, I gotta be transparent, not transparent. I gotta be I gotta be. Damn, I'm doing so much thinking right now. The word escapes me. I process like 2 or 3 thoughts at a time, y'all. So don't mind me. While I'm making this video, I'm thinking about. No, I'm gonna worry about it. But once she clearly defines that those boundaries of that friendship, her opportunities to finesse becomes very limited. And once her opportunity to finesse becomes very limited, you know, it becomes an uncomfortable spot, because not all, but some women have made a freaking life off of this. Like this how they pay their bills. That's how they take care of themselves. And don't tell me that doesn't happen, because I see it. Don't tell me it don't happen. I see it with my own 2 Jeepers Creepers. Well, my 4 Jeepers Creepers now. You know, I got my glasses on. I got my glasses today. So I don't know if it's something that's passed down amongst the women ranks, because I see a lot of women have done it. And, you know, some of them don't do it as bad as others, and some of them don't do it at all. You know, but I do believe that finesse game is in all of them. Lord have mercy, I believe it's in all of them. But you won't get me. You won't get me. And guys, let me say this before I end this video. Guys, if you've been finessed or put in that situation where you're trying to get with a young lady and she doesn't clearly define the boundaries of what, you know, is going on there, and you're sitting there spending money, going on dates, buying stuff, you know, spending the most valuable resource I think there is spending your time on trying to deal with this young lady, and she doesn't, you know, reciprocate that energy to you, it's okay. It's perfectly fine, bro. That ain't gonna perfectly fine. It's okay. You gonna live. You gonna live, dude. You gonna live. You're not the only one that's been through that. I've been through that. Your dad's been through that. Your uncle's been through that. Your homeboy been through that. Your partner that claim he get all the girls, yeah, even him, he's been put through it too. No one's immune to this, but you can survive. You can bounce back. You're gonna be all right. You don't have to go out there and try and become a mega pimp now. All right, you don't have to take it out on the next lady. All right, so don't get into your feelings when, you know, you get finessed. You will live, you will survive, and you're gonna bounce back even stronger, dude. Ladies, I got one thing to say to y'all that's doing that. Cut that shit out. Go get a real hustle, a real job, because a man is not a fucking financial plan. And I truly believe, and you know, I'm divorced now, but one of the main reasons that I chose the wife that I chose when I was married is because she never asked for shit, and I knew I could spoil her rotten without, you know, no get back, no pushback. Like, she never asked for shit. So when I walk in the house every week with flowers, you know, she could visibly see it, because when a motherfucker's always wanting, asking, and needing something, they can't appreciate, you know, what you're giving just to give them out of the goodness of your heart, because they're always focused on what they need, want, and don't have. But a motherfucker that's out there getting it, grinding, doing for themselves, you know, don't ask for nothing, you give that motherfucker the world, because they're gonna appreciate it. All right? And that's my tip for you guys. Now, I know I kid a lot about marriage, but that's one of the tips that'll keep your marriage solid. You know, give your wife the world. Whenever she's not asking for it, give it to her. And I'm not talking about the D. All right? Give her the world. Publix. I can't let for the y'all niggas one of my little trade secrets right now, but I'm gonna help you out. Go to Publix. Publix sells bouquets of flowers. Nice, fresh flowers. They get fresh flowers every other day. You could go in there and drop a dub and come out of there with 3 dozen roses. Now imagine you go drop 3 dozen roses on your girlfriend, on your wife. Or matter of fact, if you really pimping it, you go get 3 dozen roses. You get this girl a dozen, you get that girl a dozen, you get that girl a dozen, and you done spent a dub. But hey, some of y'all too tough to give a girl flowers. You better cut all that tough guy shit out and go get that girl some fucking flowers before I give her some. Alright, y'all have a good day. Peace. Be safe. Be loved. Stay COVID free. I'm about to break this shit really quick. Come on, tow truck, man. Messing up my reckless move. Y'all be safe. Shit. Be safe out there. Love y'all. Stay COVID free. Like, share, comment the video. Once again, as always, if you got a topic that you'd like me to address or want to hear my topics, hear my opinions on, you know, drop them in my DM, inbox me. A lot of you guys are just resorting to tagging me on shit on Facebook. That's cool too if you know who I am on Facebook, Vaughn Powell. Yeah, so holla at me and have a safe, productive, and COVID-free day, guys. I'm gonna end the video with